Okay, we're going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. It is Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. Minutes and reports received and filed.
We do not have any today.
Okay, Commissioner Committee Liaison Reports, upcoming meetings and events.
We got the state of the city and county around noontime today. Solid Waste Management District Board meeting this afternoon. And then there's an invite for the Lower Missouri River Studies spinoff meeting on Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to that or not, but do have an invite. You all probably got that too. I think that's about it.
Okay, I have a meeting, a Mid-Mo Public Housing Agency meeting in Columbia this afternoon. Sheriff, is that the National Crime Victims thing, is that this evening?
Yeah, yes. At the one in front of in front of the sheriff's department,
Right,
or possibly inside if it's raining.
okay. Thursday, Independent Living Resource Center is having an open house. Do we have Cole County Communities on Thursday?
I don't have it on my calendar.
No.
Oh, no, that's next
No,
week.
that-
That's
yeah.
next week, never mind.
Yeah,
That's it.
okay. Yeah, today, the State of the City County Luncheon, it's gonna be fantastic. Tomorrow, we have traffic and safety, right, Eric?
Not tomorrow, it'll be Thursday.
Or Thursday. Thursday, yeah, it's Thursday, okay. Friday, we have a ribbon cutting at Rankin Technical College in Ashland at 10 a.m., which we didn't get an invitation to until this week. And then a chamber ribbon cutting at Cottonstone Galleries at 3 p.m. And that is all I have. Any commission comments? Bids and contracts. Bid award 2024 Asphalt Overlay Program 2024-501-1.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's supposed to be fixed.
Oh,
Yeah, Matt, we.
I like it, everybody just kind of looks around. Alex, you want to take that? Just, okay. Do we have any unfinished business? I'm going to do a commercial then. The county has appointed a 250th anniversary committee for the 250th birthday of the United States in 2026, and we have our challenge coins in. And they are very nice, and they are $10 each, or you get the John Wheeler deal, 2 for $20.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. So then we will go to unfinished business. I think we'll save Adam until later. New business, accounts payable review.
None.
Okay. Signing of the Cole County Summer Food Service Program.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I did want to mention that I have a student with me today. Her name's Abby. She's going into health sciences or public health, or maybe not after spending the day with us at the health department. We'll see. But she's with us today. So this is the summer food program contract that we sign with DHSS every year that reimburses our staff for going out and inspecting the sites that provide meals to kiddos in the summer if they need a hot meal. We get reimbursed per inspection.
All right. I'll make a motion to sign the Cole County Summer Food Service Program.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I left off the second part, and at-risk after-school program participate. I left that off, but approval of resolution authorizing support of a TAP grant for the county.
So the county will be applying for a TAP grant. submitting the grant application is due at the end of the week, and we need a letter of support from the county commission stating that we support the project as well as support construction, maintenance, management, and financing for the project. So just need that to be approved, and we'll include that in the application.
Did you have a map of that?
I'm sorry, I did not include a map on that. I threw it together late yesterday,
Okay.
so it'll run to the east side of the Wildwood Drive extension. It'll come off where Wildwood intersects right now. It'll come off the Greenway Trail and just run on the east side. And it's gonna be, it'll complement the residential development that will be put in on the immediate property to the south. And then it'll go up the hill, and we want to terminate it near Frog Hollow. A future project will be an extension of Mission Drive that'll go to the west and connect to the intersection of Wildwood, Rock Creek Road. And so at that time, it's shown in the long-range plans is to extend the Greenway Trail along that section of road too. So this would tie in with all that in the future.
So there's some of that that's in the city, right?
Yeah, half will be in the city, half will be in the county.
Okay.
We're applying for it because we're the project, we're bidding and administering the project, and it was determined just in talking with the city that we apply for it rather than the city.
Okay, and it'd fund the whole trail, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. Yep.
So if we can get, the match would come from, we're working on getting parks to support that. We're pretty confident that'll go through it.
Is that a-
We discussed it yesterday.
Right, is that an 80/20?
It's an 80/20 match.
Right, 20/80, right. Okay.
So, right now, the rough estimate is about 450 for everything, and so the match will be 20% of that.
Okay. Yep, I'm good.
Okay, I'll make a motion to sign a resolution authorizing support of a transportation alternative program grant application for the county of Cole. This is the Wildwood extension, but it's the trail along the Wildwood extension.
Okay,
Eric,
second.
don't leave yet. All in favor?
Aye.
And to go along with that TAP grant, we need a letter of support for the village of Centertown for an application for a MoDOT TAP
So
grant as
another
well.
good and important project is Centertown submitting a capital project as well. They submitted a year ago and were unsuccessful on that. And feel pretty confident this time, and made a few tweaks to the project, haven't worked on that. But the county has invested in this project as well with our small community cooperative program. We've granted Centertown $150,000. So you're taking that and combining it with the money you hope to get through VODOT for the TAP to do an expanded project.
That is correct. The previous small community grant, 7 years ago, I guess it was now, started some of our sidewalk work, and this is phase 2 to add more sidewalk within the community.
So we have a letter of support drafted for Adam and Village of Centertown to submit with their application as a support piece that they need in that application. So, I'd like approval of this,
I'll do it.
or signing of the letter.
Yeah, we can just sign the letter on it. If you want to have a motion, that's fine too.
I'll
We
make
got a
a,
map from Adam.
Yes, I sent that map to you guys.
I was just rubbing it in.
I know. Wrong with the application and everything to review.
Go ahead.
That's okay. We've had great advisement from Cole County Public Works, so I wouldn't give them any trouble.
Good.
we ready?
Yes, yes.
I'll make a motion to sign a letter, the commission to sign a letter to support the Village of Centertown Sidewalk Project Phase 2 TAP grant application.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you.
now you're done.
Thank you,
Eric.
guys.
Approval and signing of 2023 RHSOC sub-award agreements for EMA.
Good morning, Commission.
Morning.
I'll move the mic so you can hear me. You're welcome. Well, it's that time again. We have several RSOC grants to get signed and approved. These are for sustaining the HSRT, our Homeland Security Response Team. That's our hazmat team. Also, the MEOC is in here as well, some equipment and supplies for the MEOC, as well as our sustainment of our generators. That gives us the ability to do our load testing, which we do annually as the manufacturer recommends. And then finally, our Elliott data card system covers the contract so that we can continue to print those cards. We've expanded that now, it's on the cloud, so we can use some of that. It's not back on our base station, we can do it on our computers. And so I would just ask for signing and approval. There are 2 copies per each one.
Don't initial, don't have to initial.
Unfortunately, initial every page. Seriously, I'm very sorry. It's a ton of pages. I'm sorry. So schedule a block on Wednesday and take some time.
Nick, for those who are afraid to ask the question, what's a MEOC?
Oh, I'm very sorry. MEOC is our Mobile Emergency Operations Center. It's ran by our hazmat guys, and it's been doing several things. Typically, it'll be for Camden County to support their shootout and their bike races. Our bike show.
It's at the fair, you just don't see it. It's
Is it-
behind the building usually. so-
Right.
The fair, 4th of July, Salute to America, it's
Right.
it's a valuable asset.
And it was featured heavily last year in the Regional Homeland Security. They put out a report every year. It was featured heavily in there. In fact, I think it took, of our Region F pictures, it took 3 of the 4 pictures.
It kind of took control when the storm rolled in. Was that last year when the storm, or was that 2 years?
2 years.
2 years ago when the storm rolled in, the night of the fair?
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's at the fair all week.
Right, okay.
I'm good.
I'll make a motion to approve and sign the 2023 RHSOC subaward agreements for EMA.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you all.
All right, thank you.
Okay, code enforcement complaint on 5305 South Brooks. I had a citizen complain to me. I reached out to Joe, and by golly, his department is so quick that,
So, yeah, Anon has been working on this, and he wasn't able to make it today, but has done the majority of the legwork on this. I've been out there myself also. A little bit of background, this is something we've had before, the same exact apartment complex, where trash accumulates, especially if their dumpster isn't being, sometimes it's whenever it wasn't being dumped enough or people were adding stuff to it. Then eventually it ended up being to where a new owner came in, and so the old dumpster was taken away, and people continued to take their trash there and just dump it on a concrete slab where the trash dumpster usually is. So that's what's happened on this occasion. So about 2 months ago, we received a complaint. Anon followed up on it, took pictures, verified yes, sent out an NOV. There was a violation to the owners, so the new owners are in California, state of California, and so it's been difficult getting communication back and forth with them. Again, Anon has been doing this primarily, attempting to get things done, but so one of the things that we would like to try to recommend or see if it's possible is can we actually pay for the dumpster and then just put it on their, and bill them in order to, put it on their tax, that we collect as a abatement type of process, because we don't know what else to do. We'd like to get that cleaned up. Here's some pictures.
yeah, pictures were horrendous. It was,
So, yeah, you probably already see these, but
yeah.
Anyway, so we would like to be able to, who else?
Newspaper.
Oh, newspaper, okay.
And the owners have not responded back, am I correct?
Anon had had some contact with them, but then, or some correspondence, but it has not been resolved. And as you can see, as of now, that was just yesterday, they still did not have a dumpster.
That's more than what
Are
was.
they required to have a dumpster out there?
Well, I don't know the whole contract. I've never rented in that apartment complex, so I'm not sure if that's supposed to go with it. A lot of them are supposed to have, you know,
I
it's
don't
part of
think,
their
we don't
record.
have any ordinances that require him to have one out there. That's, I guess, what I'm asking. Do we have any requirement for him to have a dumpster or to provide trash service for his tenants?
That's not required. What would be required is the property owner, if there's, you know, they're the ones that are responsible for their property.
Gotcha.
Are there occupants in those apartments now?
Some.
Some.
yes.
But some of the
Some
trash
boarded
is
up
coming.
Very near there, some are boarded up, and I don't think there are any
Okay.
tenants in those.
Well,
So, it's probably a legal question as much as, have they been served? Have the owners, I mean, do we have proof that they know?
Well, a notice of violation is mailed to them, and, yeah, which I thought that Anon said that he was in contact with them, but I don't know if that, when we mailed the notice of violation, I'm not sure if that was signed off on or not. I'll have to find out.
We usually send a certified mail, so we get a receipt back. But yeah, I don't know if we received that back yet or not.
I'm certainly in favor of cleaning it up and charging the owners if we've followed the steps to get to that. And notice is probably one of the required, and proof of notice.
Right.
A
Yeah,
proof of
and
being
they
served.
definitely have been, they have definitely been sent to the address, you know, and phone calls and stuff too. I've heard Anon on the phone a lot trying to track this down, and then we continue to get complaints from residents that are nearby that are complaining about it, as you can kind of tell, and it's, you know, so we're just trying to push this to the extent that we can.
well, this,
I'm not aware of.
this is more trash than the pictures you sent last week.
Right.
So they're gonna continue to dump trash there. You know, I mean, it's only gonna get taller and taller and taller, and, of course, then we'll get our rat harborage and all that other stuff, which is,
It's,
I
yeah,
don't-
it's been,
it's-
some of that has been
but
there
if-
for a while. Now, the other thing too is, you know, we're just discussing about trying to get a dumpster there. But then, you know, I guess on an actual abatement, if we are abating this, then I guess we would have to try to, I don't know who would collect what's already there that isn't in the dumpster and get it in there. You know, if we would have to pay somebody to do that, or what would work out on that.
Well, you're gonna have a dumpster there. You're gonna provide trash service for the tenants? I don't think that's a good idea. Cleaning up this mess and abating the property might be. I mean, if we'll get technical, there's probably some of it on our right of way. I don't know who's dumping it in there, but, I mean, that would maybe, I know it falls on the property owner. I understand what you're saying there. But, I mean, hell, if you put a dumpster there, he's not required to have a dumpster. He's not required to provide trash service. I'd say, you know, somebody's illegally dumping stuff there. If they were dumping it in my front yard, you know, I'd be trying to figure out who the hell it is and take some appropriate action.
Can we do this? Can we say, upon proof that the owners have been served, notified, whatever, that without an immediate response, like 24 hours, 48 hours, that they don't get it cleaned up, but that we will abate it, we will fix it, we will clean it up by hiring somebody to do it, and it'll be added to their tax bill.
just to abate, but then after, what'd you say, like 48 hours after?
After some period, well, it's negotiable, but some period of time after we know that they know that there's a problem, and if they don't get it fixed within X hours, we'll figure out what X is. We will fix it, and the charge will go against added to their tax bill. When Larry Vincent sends them a bill in December, it will have an additional line in there for abated nuisance.
So would that include getting the dumpster? Because otherwise, we
No,
clean
no,
this
no,
up,
we,
within 2 weeks, it's gonna be just like that again.
Can I weigh in on this, please?
Yes.
I would not advise getting a dumpster. I would advise getting someone, like you usually do, to abate the nuisance, and let that person decide how to get rid of the trash.
Okay.
Because, you know, I don't think the county wants to get in the business of providing people's trash service.
Exactly, yeah. But it's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
I'll get some good nose plugs and gloves and maybe a full bodysuit and go through some trash there and see if there's an address and return somebody's trash to them. I mean, they're dumping it out there. Chances are they're not in that building anymore either. I don't know. Is it getting bigger every day? Or do you think?
Not necessarily every day, but it's definitely grown.
When we hire somebody to clean it up, can we put some sort of sign there that says, I mean, not that they're not gonna come just because there's not a sign there, but just something to let them know, or let the tenants, you know, give a letters to the tenants and tell them that they can't dump, you know, try to do something to prevent it from happening again.
Sure.
and you know, we can tell the owner, you need to put a blink camera or something on your building
That's what-
that catches these people.
I believe
It might
it's
be
been
his
recommended, but I
tenants,
don't
yeah.
know what.
We don't
I
know
mean,
who it is.
You know, yeah.
You don't want to do that.
No,
No, I'm,
To them.
if the owner doesn't want us there every month doing this and adding it on to the tax bill every month, then he's got to take some responsibility to see that it stops. And I think a prudent owner would figure out some kind of method. Absentee owner who's not there might find an on-site manager or something.
Well, yeah, and that's what's a little more difficult now with, you know, I think there was better opportunity before with the previous owners, and this, I think Anon's getting a run around now on, with the new owners in California.
But who's renting the apartments for them? There has to be some kind of an agent here, I would think, that would rent those apartments.
Yeah, I don't know, I mean, I don't know who he is, if we have a contact.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with Commissioner Otto that it's not on us to provide a dumpster and let's go clean it up, abate it, and let them know if it's this way in another month, we're gonna keep doing it and keep billing them. I don't even think it's on us to put a sign up there. That's not our problem. I mean, if we're gonna start doing that, I got a lot of places out in the county that we're gonna be getting phone calls to put up signs and clean up their trash for them because people dump illegally.
Yeah, I wouldn't put up a sign because it's not county property.
We can notify those tenants.
You could notify the tenants, but you don't want to post up because that could be considered trespassing.
Okay, I'll try this. I want to make a motion that upon notification that the owner of the property has been properly served, properly notified, and has not cleaned it up within 48 hours, the county will take the steps to clean it up and charge the property by an additional tax amount for that cleanup.
And we will continue to do it.
Well, it'll be and I won't say we'll continue to do it, but if it happens again, we'll have another motion again. Got 48 hours.
Complaint driven, so if we get
Okay.
more complaints.
One more
we go out
complaint,
there,
we'll do it again.
Investigate again.
Jill, we may even have to find a California process server to be sure that this guy's served, right? If we don't have some proof from registered.
Possibly.
Possibly, but whatever, that just added to the bill.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I'll second for more discussion. And the 48 hours, is that enough time then? Do we have to give them any more time than that after they're served to clean it up? Or is that, because we usually have to have some kind of amount of time.
Oh, it
For
would
them
be-
to comply.
Yeah, I mean, if we actually abated it, well, the dollar amount we probably could do it quicker, because we used to have to.
Okay,
bid.
that was my only
But,
question.
I think the dollar amount, I think it's,
What if you said instead of 48 hours, like 2 business days? Because what if they get served on a Friday afternoon?
Okay.
You know,
Well, I'm asking if that,
Yeah,
if they
I
have
think-
48 hours to comply, or if they're saying, well, you know, I'm in California, I can't come check this out, if, you know, if they have some kind of other excuse, I don't know. Let's make sure that it holds when we abate the property and put the tax lien on there.
Is reasonable notice.
So that's just what I was wanting to make sure. I'm fine with it if it is.
I don't know, I think I would give them more than 2 days, especially since they're out of state. But I'm not talking about 30 days either. Maybe
said-
5 business days?
You said Anan has talked to them, but they have not received the certified mail.
Initially, there,
Signed.
K-9 had conversation, I think it was actually also with the California group initially, and then all of a sudden, once they found out what, then, phone calls didn't get answered. That's my understanding. I am not 100%, because he might have been talking about the previous owners that he had discussion with, when we didn't get the cleanup done. So, yeah, a year ago, there was a successful cleanup at that same location where everything was fine and dandy after notification, but that was a different ownership.
I want to restate the motion. Instead of 2 days, it says 5, or instead of 48 hours, it says 5 business days.
Okay, I'm fine with that as well, so.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So we're gonna wait on even cleaning this up until we hear back from,
make sure that they receive.
okay. I just need to pass that on to the citizen. I run into him at the grocery store a lot.
Who's that?
Layton's.
Yeah,
Can you
the
get
one,
it-
the complaint,
Don't you
yes.
have the summer cleanup right now? We'll get it closer to the road and the trash trucks will pick it up.
Well, I think that's what.
Yeah.
I'm done.
But I think later on
It's
this
getting
summer,
interesting
you
out
know,
there
if you've
right
got
now.
decaying food, that smell could be horrendous too. That's-
Not to drift into that too deeply or get into weeds, but there are about 4 different providers out in the county, is that right? I mean, in Jefferson City, Republic has the trash contract, my understanding. And part of their contract is that spring cleanup. I've had calls from folks out in the county that says, why don't you do that in a county? Well, the problem is there's maybe 4 different providers, and there'd have to be contracts with all 4, and people might not want that added to their bill, whatever. So, but you know, there are some neighborhoods of sufficient density, if that's the right term, that they're nearly identical to the density in the city that's just over the line, that I guess a neighborhood could petition somehow.
They
But
can talk to their trash provider.
right, but I don't know if there's multiple trash providers in every subdivision, or if they've kind of carved up the county.
No, I know our subdivision has at least 2 providers.
At least 2? Are they, and they come in different days of the week?
Yes.
So you got different buckets out there, different days, different colors and so on? Okay.
But our trash provider, I've had large boxes, I've just called and said, hey, I have a large box, can I sit it by my dumpster? And she says, sure, I'll make a note and they'll pick it up.
Or you can schedule special pickup. But you get charged.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did good.
Thank you.
You did good. Okay. Signing of LPHA participation agreement, CHIP, HIS, MOU.
Do we have a list of the acronym definitions here today?
It's alphabet soup. So, then there's several pages to sign here. But this is what was previously known kind of as the core public health contract. This is what, in that presentation I sent to you, how we're 51st in the nation. This is that contract that makes us 51st in the nation for public health, spending on a per capita basis. This is the contract that comes, the legislators, allocate the funding that will go to local public health agencies. It comes through DHSS. And it is supposed to pay for retail food inspections, on-site sewage complaints, food complaints, communicable disease investigations, SC, complaints and investigations, treatments. Of course, it can't pay for all that at a county level. That's why it's not a core public health contract anymore. It's a supplemental agreement because they're supplementing local funding with this funding. Thankfully, it did go up a little bit. The legislators did give us a little bit more money. We're not quite back to that 2013 level that we used to have, but it did go up a little bit. So like our current amount, I bill $10,516.25 a month. July 1st, this will go up to $11,782.33 a month. So about $1,200 a month increase from what we did have over the previous year. So I would ask for signing of this supplement agreement with DHSS to help support our core public health functions.
Okay, so in the fans, instead of yelling, "We're number one,"
We're 51.
we're number 51.
Correct.
Is there a 52
No,
No, we're,
we're last in the nation.
behind Washington DC even?
And Mississippi.
Okay.
Correct.
Good.
yes.
I'll make a motion to sign the participation agreement with the state of Missouri for the supplemental agreement for the LPHA participation agreement, CHIP, HIS MOU.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think that's what I was supposed to make a motion.
Correct.
Okay.
Alphabet soup.
Signing of workforce contract amendment.
This is a special contract that we had that helps supplement our workforce. It's part of a special public health initiative through CDC. So there's no more money attached to this contract, but they did extend the timeline until October 30 of, or so June 30th of 2025. We probably will have it spent before then because we've been billing some of our clinic staff to it, but we did go ahead and extend the timeline in case we had any money left, so we'll have till June to spend it.
Alrighty. Good. Make a motion to sign the workforce contract amendment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Signing of Tyler Technologies contract.
So we changed our inmate medical. When we did so, we're gonna have to have an interface through Tyler Technologies to make sure that that works in an optimum manner. The total price is gonna be $8,880. There is a signature page, you only have to sign one, Sam. And then there's a transfer at the back, in the back of it, to transfer that money out of our contingency into it, so we can pay for this and let it go. Are there any questions?
I'll make a motion to sign the Tyler Technologies contract for the interface.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, and Mark approved that also, so just let you know.
Okay, signing of an amendment to the ELC-ED contract.
So this is the epidemiology for laboratory capacity and enhancing detection expansion contract. We've had this contract for a couple of years through DHSS, and they're also extending that timeline until June 30th of 2025. We still have approximately $275,000 that we'll continue to spend through next year. This contract is all about controlling the spread of infectious disease, so that's how we were able to, enhance our laboratory and do some other building renovations, because of the, increase in our lab capacity. We have some ideas on how we can spend this $275 over the next year, and I'll be talking to you guys about that in the future when we get the proposal lined out. But we definitely are, first this was to pay for staff that were doing contact tracing for COVID cases. Well, of course, we're not doing that anymore. So we need to find some new ideas and other projects that we can spend this money on for the next year.
Yep. everybody on this side of the table today, so. All right, I'll make a motion to sign the amendment to the ELC ED contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay.
There's no stickies on these, Sam. Hope you know where to sign.
God, I'm gonna be here for an hour.
You might need more ink.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have anything else to come before us? Do we need to go into closed session?
Just briefly.
Okay, then I would entertain a motion to go into closed. Oh,
So, for anybody that doesn't follow us on social media, this week we're kicking off the 2024 Battle of the Badges Blood Drive. As you may recall, we carry blood products for treatment of hemorrhagic shock in the pre-hospital environment. Over the last year, we've administered that to 32 patients. So in order to ensure that we have continued availability of those blood products, we're hosting a blood drive on May 23rd, it's a Thursday, from 12 to 4. The format is Battle of the Badges, so if you make a donation, you can select which public safety agency from ours, the fire department, sheriff's office, and the PD. And the agency who has the most donations will win a trophy. If you come out and participate, you get a free commemorative t-shirt, and the winning agency takes home a trophy, and there's also a small gift from Impact Life. So May 23rd, 12 to 4, I will send out a flyer via email in case you don't participate in social media.
Is that the blood and power red?
What's that?
Is that the blood and the power red?
Yep.
We do both of them, so like a
So,
regular.
Full blood and the impact cells.
Okay, very good.
Thank you, Chief.
okay.
Thank you.
I do have one other thing. We received a request from United Way to be a pace setter again. And the last 3 years, 2 years, the health department has done it, and they've done a wonderful job. But they are ready to pass the torch on to
IT?
another, well, I was thinking the auditor. He doesn't, you know, but anyway, we,
did that for years, so.
yeah, well, but anyway,
Notice
we
Public Works
do
already
need
left.
to
They're one of the biggest.
have somebody,
Nominate him. Sheriff's Department, maybe he's gone too. We could nominate him.
well, Public Works, Eric Landwehr had a good idea in that, you know, we know,
Oh, he's
we
still.
no longer have our Christmas party that perhaps maybe we do like
We may be doing a Christmas
a
party.
barbecue or, and cornhole tournament out at County Park. And that could be, because basically, it's like one large fundraiser, and then everybody gets their pledge cards, and they turn in big money, and we're done. So I thought that was kind of a neat idea to
We'd be
spot.
willing to help, but we don't want to be in charge this year.
I know Eric doesn't want to be in charge, but if our staff can be in charge and then
Yeah. You
Eric
need a
can
team.
help, then.
Aren't you the boss?
I'm sure it takes a lot of work to do that, and pretty overloaded the way it is, but we can pull it together.
Well, anyway, we need to be thinking, we need to find somebody who'll kind of step up and take this. I know EMS, their Toys for Tots is their big baby, so I didn't even, I'm
As long as
like,
it doesn't mess with our Christmas in July, because we're already talking about that. So now we're gonna do something different, or
just a thought, you could make it our fundraiser, but,
Back to golf tournament,
pardon?
golf tournament.
If you're doing this at County Park, you'd have a disc golf tournament.
Ooh. Yeah. We need, it'd be great for the clerk's office to take. Dawn, thank you. I think they volunteered the clerk's office.
We had the Relay for Life, we did that for 2 years.
But are you doing it now?
No.
There you go. Well, anyway, we are looking now. I will entertain a motion to go into closed session.
Pursuant to Section 610.021 of the revised statutes of Missouri, the commission will go into closed session to discuss the following. Existing or proposed security systems under Section 610.021, subsection 19.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Sam,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Yes.